Welcome, everybody, to your amazing Sunday morning kickoff stream. I am Chris, and with us today is...
Not Mr. Robot, Josh. Josh has personality.
I've been doing great lately. You shut up. So yeah, here we are. Sunday morning kickoff stream. Got a typical laundry list of notes, slash injuries, should I say. A lot of big names to go off of there. What else do we have this morning, Josh? We've got you eating an extremely hot item.
Yes. Yes. I'm looking forward to it too. You know what? I gotta admit, I'm really scared to do this, and I'm not scared because it's like I'm scared of the heat from it. I'm scared that I'm gonna like it, and that thing was like $15 for the one chip.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So I'm like, I'm scared I'm gonna like it.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think I would. I do like spicy things, but there's a limit, and that's probably over my limit.
You don't like insanity?
I don't know. I like it to taste good and be hot. I'll put it that way, and I just wonder.
Yeah, flavor is like heat is not necessarily a flavor. You want it to taste good, not just like be insanely hot. Like,
for sure.
There's no reason things need to be really that hot. Not really.
Couldn't agree more.
Anyways, so how you doing today, Chris?
Doing great. Woke up a tad early, but I went to sleep a tad early, and then of course there was fall back an hour. So, my wife.
Yeah, I was expecting you to like text me at like 9 and be like, "Where are you at? What? Like, we need to start the show." Like, no.
No, it wasn't that. Yeah, my phone updates automatically. That's pretty much the only clock I have in the house. No, I'm just kidding. But it seems like it sometimes. So no, I was fine. It's I guess I got extra sleep. Like I said, I went to bed at a reasonable hour and woke up at 7:45 or something, and my wife was like, it might feel like 8:45. I was like, oh, that's why. So here we are. We mentioned the Monday matchup. You'll be doing the chip during that. Onward and upward.
Right.
I guess we could get the injury updates out of the way here. I always feel like sometimes I feel like it's a little early for the injury updates. Like there's nobody listening. So sometimes I like to wait.
All right. Well, I'll talk about. I'll tell you about the movie that I saw yesterday.
That's right. Forgot.
So I gotta say, I went and saw the new James Bond film. It was like the movie's almost 3 hours long. For the most part, after a while, I kind of like looked at my watch, like about maybe 2/3 of the way through, and I'm like, okay. But other than that, it didn't really feel like an almost 3-hour movie, which is good. Like, I hate movies that are just like, I hate watching a 2-hour movie. I'm like, is this thing over yet? Like, what the hell's going on here? But no, it went by pretty quick. It was fairly well paced. It was everyone knows it's Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie. Like, they've been very vocal about it.
Yep.
And so it was a pretty good swan song for him. One of the things I didn't like, because, like back in the day, James Bond had all these gadgets and everything, There wasn't a lot of gadgets. There was there was one, and that was about it. So,
Make this one more about the man than the gadgets, maybe this time around.
Yeah, and it felt like a little bit more of a mature Bond too. Like, I don't really want to spoil anything for people who are maybe like just kind of lurking and listening.
Yeah.
And I know you haven't seen it. I do recommend it though. It's not a Sean Connery like womanizing style James Bond. Like back in the day, like maybe give her the old backhand and just to make sure that she's to keep your lady in place. That sort of thing. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a little bit more of a mature Bond, and I didn't feel like a man stuck like out of time sort of thing.
Sure.
So yeah, it was pretty good.
I love James Bond.
First time I've gone to the movie theater in oh boy, a long time.
Good point.
Endgame maybe was my last movie I saw. That was like 2+ years ago.
I'm awful about that sort of thing. Even before
I don't know for sure either.
But
it was probably Endgame.
I was kind of like, especially the Marvel movies, and I know we're on a different wavelength there, but this is also a couple years ago. Like, I was willing to let them come to. I think I was on the Disney movie thing, so we would get one every month, I guess. And
What?
so I would get like the latest 4K Blu-ray release for Disney. I would get it. I'd have to pay for it. I'm just saying. Disney Movie Club. That's what it's called. So anyway, so I would
I don't know what
purposely
that
not
is,
go.
but okay.
It's like a movie club where you get all the, all their releases. Whether it be the Marvel movies or the re-release of the classics.
Isn't that just called Disney Plus?
Well, this was before Disney Plus. This was like.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you, man.
Or
Okay.
it was leading right up to it at that point, and at that point.
Okay.
Anyway.
I was wondering. I'm like, is this like a precursor to Disney Plus?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well, plus I do want to own certain movies on hard copy because rip them to my server and all that jazz. But we canceled that. But yeah, what I'm getting at is I was more willing to let the Marvel movies kind of come and go in the theater and be like, that's okay, I'll catch that here in several months. Just didn't have time, man.
there was really
Kids.
only one. I don't know. Endgame was great to see in theaters. Don't get me wrong.
I think I did go to that one. I'm just saying.
Other
most
than
of
that,
them
I could care less about any of them.
Like, I love Spider-Man, but I didn't go see like the first, whatever the first one was with Tom.
Homecoming, really?
Was Homecoming the first one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. It's really good. It's really, really good. But I don't think I saw it in the theater. I don't think I did. Anyway. What, we got anything going on in chat here? Do I have a chat?
Negative,
Okay.
sir. Negative.
Cool. Let's make sure I have my window open here.
The only person watching right now is this guy.
This guy.
Since no one's watching or in chat at the moment, I'm gonna go get some coffee. I forgot to do that beforehand.
I could switch scenes. Woohoo!
You have way too much fun doing that. I don't know. I don't understand why, but all right.
It's because I said
You
it up,
screw-
that's why.
Screw around for a second. Let's put off the injury news for a little bit. Wait
Mhm.
for some people to get in.
WonderTech said liar. You're not the only one watching.
Oh, well now he is. Okay, I'll be right
He was
back.
probably watching when you said it. Morning, chap. How goes it? Thank you for joining us. We're just kind of hanging out for a little bit before we start the news, injuries, and updates. There is quite a bit to get to, but I think in the past, at least especially when I was solo and didn't have anybody to quote unquote talk to, I would I don't know, start too soon and feel like everybody missed it. So I'm gonna give it a little bit. And heck, I've even thought about starting it at 10:30 instead. But we've been on time every morning. By we, I mean me. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we got a lot of big names on the list for sure, including quarterbacks, of course, with COVID. Big time running back. It's always, when I get around to the injury updates on Sunday morning, it's always hard to remember. I was like, Derrick Henry seems like 3 weeks ago, but it's not. It's like since last NFL weekend, Of course, we do it on the Thursday, so you get it within the matchup there. But yes, how's your evening going? I feel like I stuck around for a little bit there, bothering you guys. And yes, CMC is going to try and play. He's off the IR. He is active, but he's a game time decision with his hamstring. I don't have any quotes on that. I thought I had something in context. Let's see if I have a tweet. He's looking a little better. Chris Mortensen's birthday. Yeah, let me just search for good old McCaffrey here. I've read something that was. Oh, that's not what I want. Thank you. There he is. If I can do this right the first time. All right. I did it.
Oh, hold on. I gotta switch accounts here. There we go.
No, just no wonder, Dick. I didn't ask how your evening's going. I was talking about the other night. Was it last night? Night before? It's Friday night. Friday night we were hanging out for a bit online. That's what I was referring to. No, I'm not that tired. And then I was looking for a McCaffrey not a McCaffrey update per se, but I thought there was some context in the tweet I was going to read. Oh, it was something about Panthers being careful, maybe it's something like that. Yeah. Forgive me, I don't have it.
Considering he's been Mr. Glass after his world-breaking season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's like I said, I don't have it. Anyway, not important.
It is important.
Well, it wasn't like a he's out or in. It was just I think it was like what the Panthers had said. And you're right, I guess it is important, but I don't have it, so. I had it at some point.
According to this on Panthers.com, the team has activated CMC, meaning he will be eligible to play. Sam Darnold has cleared the concussion protocol.
Did it?
Also the percussion protocol as well. Game time decision whether he'll start. That is Sam Darnold, because he also has a shoulder issue. And otherwise it would be PJ Walker, who has not been all that great anyways. You'd think they would have brought in a better backup, but just in case Darnold was a POS.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they gave Teddy his walking papers. They're probably doing him a solid. They're probably like, you could probably start somewhere else.
Teddy wanted that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I excited for the chip? I'm scared for the chip. We talked about this before you tuned in, Wonder Tech. I'm scared for the chip, not because of the spiciness, but because I'm scared I'm going to like it. And it was for one potato chip, or tortilla chip technically, it was very expensive. Your chip to money ratio, was pretty expensive.
Like you
like usually a bag of chips costs like $3. This was,
and it's like
one chip for like
air.
15.
Yeah, right.
So,
like you expect.
I could just see it'd be really bad if I got like a bag of them. It cost me $100. One fiery poop later, I'm out $100. That sort of thing.
Hilarious.
Josh does like the spicy.
Oh.
What's really bad is, and I didn't think about this, is that I have something mildly spicy planned for dinner too, and I'm like, literally just thought of it. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to eat that if I'm still got the rumblies in my tummy from this.
Yeah,
this
that's the real stream we want. The bathroom stream the morning after. No, we don't want that. I'm just kidding.
I could just have like a camera on my door, a camera and mic on the bathroom door, just going. Ah!
I picture like a Ghostbusters scene, like the doors rattling and light shooting out from the seams, and like you said, like the awful screams and hollers.
My poo's like glowing red.
The floor is lava. The floor is lava.
Oh God, it's gonna be one of those things where you can feel it moving through your digestive tract. I know
I'll just
from having something very spicy in the past.
I'll just say this much: I'm glad it's not me, just like a Christian McCaffrey owner. There you go. I said it. No, hey, maybe he goes.
What?
I don't know. It seemed like a fantasy relevant joke. Plus, I've got Twitter up, and there's like all these hilarious GIFs and stuff about McCaffrey owners, fantasy managers, as it were. I have no sympathy. That's what it comes down to, basically.
I feel like you're weirdly sitting on a high horse about CMC for absolutely no reason.
No. That was the first time I've mentioned anything about it whatsoever. I was just...
That is absolutely not true, but okay.
What?
Yeah. I mean, we do have recordings of you.
Oh, like you haven't sat on your high horse about Derrick Henry. I don't think they have a saddle big enough for that horse.
All I said was, I said it once. I told you so, and that was it.
Yeah, like I just said about McCaffrey, but you're saying
no,
that's
but
not the case.
This has been multiple times.
When? No.
I believe I have recordings of you saying that from
Now, if you're saying like
3 days ago.
because you have him on a team, then yeah, for sure. Screw you. No, I'm not
That's
holding it
just
over
not
anybody's
nice.
head.
That's just not nice, dude. That's not nice.
I know, that was the purpose of it, and the joke, to not be nice. No, well, to hopefully be funny too. But sometimes
Your words
things
hurt,
go.
Chris. That's not cool.
there we go. Now I feel better about my morning. Just kidding. Stop
Um,
bickering, ladies.
Wonder Tech is wondering if it comes with anything else or just the chip. It's literally just chip. I will unpackage it here in a moment, right before I eat it.
And a
I
moist
also have some
towelette.
gloves.
And like a moist
I also have some
towelette.
gloves because I have, working in kitchens for
Well, I was just
10
gonna say
years
you've worked
before my
around food a
previous,
lot, yeah.
before my new profession, which is not streetwalker. Yeah, you don't want to handle spicy things barehanded. And then because that you don't actually realize how many times you actually rub your eyes. And getting something spicy in your eye it's worse than consuming it. It is awful. It is
I can
it is
imagine.
downright awful. Like I was making some salsa once at this Mexican restaurant that I worked at, and there's these chiles that are called chile de arbol. They're in like a lot of hot sauce and everything. And I got a seed in my eye once, and it was painful for about 45 minutes.
A gift that keeps
it
on
was
giving.
just a string of profanities, just me yelling in the kitchen. It was so, dude, it really hurt. It really, really, really hurt.
It does sound awful. Like I said, a seed. Like, I mean, I understand it's not literally growing, but just that kernel, just that bit of where literally the spice comes from.
That's actually not where the spice comes from. That's okay.
Oh, well, it seems like
it comes from the membrane
of the seed.
Nope, the membrane that the seed is attached to the side wall of the pepper.
Oh, I didn't know that. I imagine that seed was still very riddled
and
with
the oil too in the seed and the membrane like that. Yes,
we should probably get rolling with the injury updates. There's stuff coming through. It's nice to be doing updates while getting updates, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. What do you say?
Let's do it. It's 10:17. Let's do some injury updates.
There you go. All right, we're starting off with Derrick Henry. I understand this seems like old news, but I guess we updated a little bit on our Friday show. Derrick Henry is out 6 to 10 weeks with the foot. I feel like I just got an update this morning that says it could be all season, so it's kind of like, do the math. It's not going to work out in your favor. Probably he's probably out all year long.
Okay, so like just to interrupt you for a second. I mean, we're in week. So last week was week 8. So 6 weeks would have been week 14 at the very earliest, and that's like maybe you're out of the play. Like maybe you get him back for the playoffs. I wouldn't count on it. So, and then you're saying
I think it's
10
more like
weeks,
in
so
reality,
more like 8 weeks. Yeah.
If as the Titans you're in the playoff race, you would rest him for the playoffs. Does that make sense? Like, the only hope as a Titans coach and player, the only hope we have is we win enough games to get into the playoffs, and then we get them.
Yeah, that first like week or so. Football, that's what the Titans are hoping for.
Exactly, and if that's the case,
that's the only reason they're not slapping in the season-ending IR.
That's well beyond. Yeah, then that's well beyond the fantasy season. So. Yeah. Anyway, I like Jeremy McNichols, obviously, in the short term, like today specifically. I don't think AP is on the active I'm sorry, they did sign Adrian Peterson and Deontay Foreman. Adrian Peterson has been activated off the practice squad to the active roster, but they're going to give him a pregame, see what happens. I would stay away. McNichols,
like a Chris pregame or like an NFL pregame?
Both.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right. Call the authorities. No. So anyway, in the short term, specifically today, McNichols volume, but also the better receiving option out of all three. Beyond this week, obviously I'd like to wait and see, but I understand we have folks out there that have probably already made decisions on this. I think, I don't know. Again, I think McNichols gets the passing work, and that's probably more valuable. Or at least valuable enough to offset AP getting the between the 20s and the goal line, maybe. Maybe Peterson is fine goal line back. On to the next update. Aaron Rodgers got COVID. He is an unvaccinated player. He's going to miss a minimum of 10 days with 2 negative tests. All we have to say there is that could put next week in jeopardy. Keep an eye out for that. He is obviously out today. Jordan Love is the starter. Michael Thomas is out for the season. Complications with his ankle. Probably a little bit of old news there. Just wanted to be sure and be thorough. Amari and CD. Amari with a hamstring, CD with an ankle. Looks like they're both going to play today. AJ Brown, knee issue, is expected to play. Calvin Ridley was officially put on the reserve NFI list. That's funny that I corrected that to NFL. NFI list. Non-football injury list, has to miss a minimum of, similar to regular IR, I guess, has to miss a minimum of 3 weeks. So we're just in a holding pattern there. Saquon is off the COVID list, but due to a false positive, but is still out due to his ankle.
That was funny. Like that just to stop you.
Like,
I love what was it on Thursday or Friday? I think it was Friday. It was like Saquon back with the team with a false negative or with a false positive for COVID, out for this week with a knee injury, or ankle injury, and I was like
the updates rolling in.
Yeah, no, that's what the headline said, and I'm just like, this guy really does. I really don't think he wants to play with the Giants. I don't think he wants to be on the Giants. I think he's just doing what he can to not be with the team.
Right. Oh, where was I? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think he's long for the Saints. I worry about him playing again, period. But
who?
Michael Thomas.
I was talking about Saquon.
Oh, sorry. You were. I was reading
Pivoting.
while thinking. Yeah, exactly. I think we were done with Michael Thomas. He's out for the, yeah. Mari, CD, we did that. AJ Brown, knee issue, expect to play. Oh, I'm sorry. We got all that too. We got Saquon. CMC is off IR and active, but a game time decision with his hamstring issue.
I keep refreshing just to see, because Wonder Tech was asking, and
let me get these newer updates.
It's important to myself and a lot of people out there. So,
of course, here, let me read off these couple of last minute updates so I can dismiss them. Tua is out. Small fracture in the middle finger of his throwing, has not recovered enough to allow him to start today's game versus the Texans. So that's important. He's very much could be in single quarterback lineups, So let's get that news out there. Here's running back news. James Robinson out with a heel issue. So I did not have him as either of those is officially out, much less Tua, who I didn't even know was hurt. So
he was questionable.
That's important to mention. Let's get those out of the way here. Just one other update. Okay, on to the next. Kyler is expected to test his ankle in pregame warmups and make a decision. The Cardinals want to be careful, is what I read from the update.
They were there. Like I said before the stream started, it is sounding like DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray are going to be out this week. That could easily change.
Do we have anything official? Who said that? Sorry, you don't have to go back and dig it up if you don't have it ready.
It was Pro Football Talk.
Okay, well, I mean, that should be borderline official if you ask me. I don't know.
I don't know. It was some update I got on my phone.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Twitter's dumb.
Oh, I was looking at Sleeper too. Reminder: Colt McCoy is their backup, and they only have one loss. I'm making that point to say that
Colt McCoy's not good.
What's that? I think he's one of the better backups in the league.
Okay.
I would look at the contract, and probably that would say as much as that. So, I mean, he's not.
He's got a better agent. Great.
Please. He's one of the better backups in the league, despite what Josh may think about him.
Yeah, okay.
And they're going to take that into account. Moreover, they're going to take into account that they have one loss. And, yeah, San Francisco can be feisty, but, as far as record, they're not a huge threat right now. So
they're not the greatest defense.
They're probably going to err on the side of sitting their 2 stars, like Josh said a moment ago.
See, this says on Sporting News exactly what you said about Kyler.
Just game time.
He will test his ankle in pregame and make a final decision. That's all I can really find other than what I said about
airing
from
trending out, basically, however they put it.
Yeah, and what time does that game start again?
It is a 3:30 game, 3:25.
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course it is, exactly.
So maybe you have Kyler, and you might want to pick up Kyle Shanahan as a backup.
Kyle Shanahan?
Dad, damn it.
It's like, I don't know, maybe he suits
Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's like, screw you, Jimmy.
Right team, wrong person.
That was great. Yeah, that could be a good
Yeah,
backup plan. Cardinals defense is pretty good off the top of my head,
it is, but I mean,
but
just
desperate
like
times.
as a real quick, like I need a plan, and I'm just thinking of a guy who's probably out there, right? That you could.
Colt Garoppolo. Go out there, find Colt Garoppolo.
Would you
Roll him
rather,
out there.
or maybe you could,
It's
or
like
maybe you could
combine the
grab
two.
Jordan Love. That's also like a 3:30 game, right?
Well, he's probably
Yeah,
out there. He's probably out there
maybe he is.
in
There's
single
only two.
quarterback leagues.
There's three games that start at 3 or
Well, then
later,
you could.
and that
I
is
mean,
the
potentially
Chargers
you could
and the
look at.
Eagles, and those both those players are already probably on people's rosters.
Well, you could
Maybe
potentially look at
Jordan
Sunday
Love
night, Monday night
and
too.
maybe Jimmy G, maybe Ryan Tannehill, Big
Yeah,
Old Ben, and Justin Fields from Monday night. I don't know.
I was just gonna say, what's the? Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sorry. What was Sunday night? Was that Tannehill?
Yeah, maybe Tannehill against LA though. No thanks. I'd rather take my chances with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, because Stafford is obviously being owned and started, etc. Yeah, you make a good point. It's kind of your only
Jordan
couple of
Love
outs
or
there.
Okay, Jordan Love against the Chiefs or Jimmy Garoppolo against the Cardinals.
Oh yeah,
Take your
Jordan Love
pick.
all day. I'm taking Jordan
Oh,
Love.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm just so low on the Chiefs defense. I think I picked up Jordan Love. It might have
I
been in
think
the
the
super
Chiefs
flex.
defense are low on the Chiefs defense.
Yeah, let me mention that real quick. Go back to just that Rodgers update. Is that to put some context on it? I did pick up Jordan Love, but it's in a super flex where I have Rodgers. So it's like I'll probably just end up dropping him again. But as a the person who I dropped him for was insignificant enough to be like, I'll take a chance here just in case because although I'm done in that league, let's be honest. So moving on.
We got
It's
a
not pretty.
question in the chat. Why
Oh,
don't
go
you
ahead.
address that real quick?
Hunter Henry or Pat Firemuth? I think I like Firemuth this week. Let me glance at that schedule there, Mr.
Nope, I'm going.
Nick.
I'm going. Hunter Henry all the way. He's been pretty good. The Bears are giving up the second fewest points to the tight end. Not that that really means a ton, but and I'm sorry, who are the Patriots playing in? The Chargers?
Patriots are playing the Panthers.
Oh, my bad. But the
I don't know.
Panthers are.
It's a little what have you done for me? I guess a little prisoner of the moment. I'm a little high on Frymuth right now, and yeah, Panthers are I think got some good linebackers. They might be pretty good versus tight ends. I'm gonna stick to my initial thing, but I don't blame you at all for going Henry if that's what you want to stick with.
It's going to be Henry.
It is gonna be Henry. You're
Yeah.
probably right. You're probably right.
Hunter Henry all the way.
Hunter Henry, sir. To give you some clarity there.
Did you
Let me
have some
finish.
more?
What's that?
Did you have some more news?
I do.
Okay.
We're
Oh,
about
go
halfway
for it then.
through. Sorry, I'm trying to find my bearings here. Cardinals, we got. Didn't I do the Cardinals just now?
I don't know. It wasn't. I don't listen to you.
CMC off IR. Kyler is expected to test his ankle pregame warm-ups and make a decision.
We're way past that.
Yeah, we talked about Colt McCoy. That's right. Kittle is off IR with his calf. He's going to be on a pitch count today. He's expected to play about half the game. That's really
Snap
important
count.
to mention because pitch count, whatever the article said, pitch count. They like to use throw around frickin' baseball terms.
It's not baseball.
So, oh, it's not? Why? Of course it's baseball. It's a pitch count. Oh, you mean the game we're talking about isn't baseball? Well, tell the person who wrote the article.
They're an
Galladay has a knee issue. He is expected to play. Darnold is off the COVID list, but still a game time decision due to his shoulder issue. Update. He plans to start. So that was a recent update. I just put in a note there. So he does plan to start. Darnold is in. We also updated James Robinson is out. Von Miller was traded to the Rams. Could play today. Has to go through pregame warmups. Debo and Elijah Mitchell with the 49ers. Debo has a calf. Mitchell has a rib issue. Both are questionable. Both are expected to play.
Mm-hmm.
But the team is also uncertain how long each player will be able to go, hoping for no setbacks.
That's
We
not
updated
good,
Hop-
Chris. I need both of them to kick your ass.
Yeah, I need Mitchell in 1 or 2 leagues at least. We touched on Hopkins already. questionable. Not optimistic he can go. Rashad Bateman, questionable with a hamstring. He is expected to play. And Blake Jarwin was put on the IR with a hip injury.
Yeah, he's supposed to be back. What did they say? What did I read? Like week 11, I think. Short term.
Not official yet on Kyler. There's Swift gigs, but Hopkins is definitely leaning out, and really Kyler probably is too. We brought up the fact that they have a decent backup and only one loss, so they're probably going to err on the side of caution. It is a 3:30 game. If you want to play that game and kind of, if you have other options later in the day or Sunday night or Monday night, go for it. But we didn't see many options other than Jordan Love with the Packers versus the Chiefs, a very bad defense, or what was the other one, Josh? Maybe Tannehill on Sunday night?
I said Jimmy Garoppolo, dude.
Jimmy Garoppolo in the same game.
Mm-hmm.
Versus the Cardinals. I don't know. All three are okay, I guess. I don't like any of them. But, yeah, hopefully he does go.
Yeah, here it says on Sleeper, too, Cardinals not optimistic Kyler will play in week 9.
There you go.
Yeah.
How old does that update? You had to scroll back a bit or what?
36 minutes.
Ago?
Yeah.
What the heck? Huh. My apologies. Good choices. Well,
I'm just looking at Wonder Text team that has Kyler on it.
No, that's fine. That's good. I just wish I'd have been over here with the updates. And it's not on my phone. That's the main thing. I'm like, why is that not updated? 43 minutes. Yeah, I still... Okay. It's just on the player news itself. Weird. So, yeah, I would err on the side of him being out. Adjust accordingly. We did the Henry question already. Good to go. That's it for my injury updates.
That's it?
Yep. Everything else will be, up to the minute, if you will.
I'm just looking at what's in this tiny little box for this chip. That's what I've been doing.
Looking what?
Which isn't much.
Is there a moist towelette?
No. Yeah. There's. It says I'm invincible if I can go an hour without drinking any fluids.
Oh,
Chris,
wow.
How long do you think I can last? I have some milk over here in my bag.
I would say you cannot go an hour. It'd be doing good to make it 25 minutes.
Can you pivot over to just me?
I think so. Did I put a hotkey for that is the next question. That's not it.
Just me? All right. Just me. I'm gonna tilt this down a little bit. So I got my gloves on. I got my one chip. I'm gonna eat this bad boy. For those of you who are watching, it is this insane chip here. And I hope it's really good. Just put this chip up here. Make sure I get the entire thing. Oh yeah, that's a spicy meatball right there.
Spicy meatball.
Woo!
Oh god.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Oh, he's tearing right in there, folks. Beast. He's laughing. Swift Gigs is getting a kick out of this. Oh, good point. Rather play Julio over McCoy in a super flex. Oh, super flex. Golly, dude. Yeah, probably. I'd probably go Julio.
Chris, that's really hot. That's really freaking spicy.
That's kind of. I'm gonna go ahead and scratch my 25 minutes and change it to 2 minutes. Having that milk so close by is gonna be too tempting.
Chris, it's really spicy.
Man, maybe now's the time to ask.
It's like giving me the hiccups.
Colt McCoy or Julio Jones in a super flex. Hiccups. Let it
You can
soak in
pivot
the
back to
tongue.
you.
Wondertech says, let it soak in the tongue. You. Oh, God. I should have my Discord window up. That's a bigger window to look at you. There we go.
Whew.
I'm so
I
glad
hope
that
you're
I had
recording
it.
this.
Well, I'm always recording when I'm streaming, so yes. Sorry.
Chris, what's the worst idea you've ever had? Legally?
Probably something to do with alcohol and the law.
No, legally.
Legally? Oh, legal decision. Oh gosh. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. You know me. I'm an idiot. Shooting my thumb with a nail gun. I guess that wasn't a decision. That was an accident.
This is
Pretty bad.
This is part of jumping out of a moving car. Oh.
Are you gonna make it? Oh, this is classic.
Well, I got about 57 more minutes to become invincible.
To become invincible. Oh, you become invincible. Well, same thing, I guess.
That's what the packaging says. I need to go blow my nose.
Blow his nose, folks. Oh, wrong one. Off one button. Hey, it's just me now. No tears yet. You go, man. That's true. I was looking close. There was distress, but there was no tears. I've never heard of spice hiccups. Yeah, for sure. Me either. Let the hiccups begin, lol. Let it soak. That's just hilarious. I told him, I said I was worried about him upchucking. So at the last minute, because I have it to where like in BRB screens or whatever, you don't have a mic. Because anyway, it's not important here. I think he's back. Are you back? Control. So solo. Boom boom. What would you do? You all right?
Yeah, I just had to blow my nose.
Justin, Galladay or Bateman? Chargers defense or Finn's defense in terms of, I assume in that matchup, or are you talking about starting those defenses? I'd have to look up my schedule there. God, Galladay and Bateman both are first game back. Make a schedule here, sir. Justin.
I did not drink anything. I just blew my nose.
You still have not drank anything?
No. I forgot about nose running and everything.
I might go Bateman versus the Vikings defense over Galladay. Shepard's out for Giants also. It's Tony playing. I bet Tony's not playing. Actually, he was trending in, I think. Ravens are the better offense. I go Bateman, even though he's a rookie. Yep. Final answer. Rashad Bateman over Galladay.
Yeah, who knows if Galladay makes it out or makes it for the entire game.
You're like, breathe.
It's all good. My stomach feels like death, though.
Oh God.
Tongue better, stomach awful.
It's moved on to the bowels, folks. Quickly.
Oh, dude, it feels like an atomic bomb went off in my stomach.
Who's the dog? There it is. Oh yeah, I'd probably go Texans. I'm sorry, go the Dolphins defense versus the Texans. Justin, to answer that second question. And where were we? He went off cam for his heart attack. He drank something. I bet.
I'm good. I did not drink. I have not drank anything. Scout's honor.
Why is my chat window too big here?
You could probably pivot back to like two of us.
Yeah, sorry.
Side by side.
I was distracted.
I can do the Monday matchup now, or
that's
if I keel over.
Josh, go over your
the Monday matchup is really just a battle of running backs. It's David Montgomery. There's his name.
There's his
He,
face.
it sounds like he's going to play. Matt Nagy said there's a really good chance. Quote, the running back plays this week. You know what I say? I say there's a really good chance Nagy gets fired after this season.
Yeah.
He's a bad head coach. He's at least not a quarterback coach. Let's put it that way.
I've defended him long enough. I'm done. Yeah.
The Steelers are giving up are tied for the HVS points to fantasy backs, but they're allowing over 130 combo yards to backs. So there's a chance for Monty's to succeed. My saliva is like fire. I'm going to give him 3 3/4 stars to David Montgomery. Old Ben. Hopefully you haven't been relying on old Ben up to this point, but if it's Slim Pickens to replace Kyle Murray, I could think of worse guys. Colt McCoy being one of them. But otherwise don't count on Big Ben or old Ben, sorry. Najee Harris.
Dear old Ben.
I was wrong, Chris. I'm convinced. Even in a subpar matchup against the Browns last week, he scored 19.5 points. Nice. And he was the number 8 running back on the week. Now he goes up against the Bears, who are a middle of the road run defense. And what are we laughing at?
You.
Okay.
Is that nothing to get choked up over, Josh? People are wrong all the time. It's okay.
I'm gonna go with 4 1/4 stars for Najee Harris here. I'm impressed. Nice. I really have been. Nice. I can't swallow my own saliva. Deontay Johnson, he's averaging 14.7 points per game, which isn't that bad. But if he had a better quarterback, he'd probably be like a top 15 or a top 10, 12 wide receiver. But he doesn't, so he's not. He's getting 3 stars here based on old Ben being his QB. We had a question about Pat Freiermuth earlier.
Yep. Mm-hmm. How you feeling about that?
I'm gonna give him a 2-star, like tight end desperation, dart throw sort of thing. Wonder Tech, my stomach has been pretty empty. My stomach is, like I said, it feels like an atomic bomb went off in it. I really cannot swallow my own saliva at the moment. I should have. You know what I should have done is I should have drank some milk beforehand.
Ooh, that would have been
and then had this thing.
Would that still grant you invincibility?
I'm actually okay. Other than my saliva is just like straight fire in my mouth at the moment.
You pull off like a dragon move and like catch your closet door on fire.
I'm really actually. I'm getting better by the second. Really.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of more or less that matchup there. It's
nice.
my nose is a little runny. It was an initial punch to my system, but other than that, that really wasn't that bad.
Man,
I have another 50 minutes really until I can drink anything, which kind of sucks because I could go for some coffee at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing okay. Doing okay.
You are again on your way into invincibility, and then at that point, you're just you'd be the only invincible fantasy analyst out there, and you could take over the world.
I am. My fear has been squashed in the sense that I will like this chip too much to like try and pursue purchasing a whole bag of them. That was insanely hot to begin with. I'm doing okay now. Doing okay.
Okay, good.
I was.
It's got to make my stomach turn there for a minute. I was like, he's gonna hurl.
No, I'm not gonna hurl. But
especially when you started with the stomach thing, I was like, I don't know, like your throat closing up when you're coughing real bad or something. Like,
nope, I had the hiccups there for a second, and
yeah,
I'm okay. I feel like I could really go for something to eat, but yeah, probably should eat a little bit more before I did this.
I had to add my mic source in at the last minute to your solo scene because I was like, because I had it set like that because, like, why would you need my mic while you're being shown solo, etc., vice versa? And I was like, yeah, but what if I, want to laugh or make a comment?
I made it through 10 minutes. I feel like I'm gonna be okay.
First 10 minutes is always intense. Says Wonder Tech. Have you had one of these Wonder Tech? Is that what you said earlier? You said no.
No, he said that he had some like ghost pepper hot sauce, which.
Yep.
I mean, this is a combination of like Carolina Reaper and Scorpion peppers, which are more or less the same thing.
Gotcha.
I
He
really
lives to
kind
tell
of,
the tale, folks.
I weirdly have to, number two. Anything other than that, yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, weirdly, I don't know how weird it is.
Well, I haven't number two yet today, so.
Oh, okay. You just let me know. I'll go solo.
Well, I mean, I don't want people to say that, like, oh, he's just off drinking water or anything, you know?
Oh, that's
Anyways.
great.
Whew.
Anyway, no last minute updates on any, confirm our suspicions with Kyler or anything, any of those other players we listed earlier. I should bring that back up, actually. I will need
We're
that.
probably not going to hear anything about Kyler for another couple hours.
Yeah, that's the point about the kickoff time. Yeah, good, well said. What other ones were there?
You've eaten raw ghost peppers?
I didn't
What's wrong
mention
with you,
Dak
dude?
at all. I didn't mention Dak at all. He seemed like, I saw on Twitter, it's like he was warming up. He was good to go. So
Dak, yeah.
I
Wonder Tech says he's had some raw ghost peppers and had a chunk of a Reaper once.
Wow, man.
Why?
Again, I love hot things, but I like to eat them and enjoy them. Like I don't.
Oh.
I mean, I do see the can I do it? The challenge aspect of it. I see that. Just not my cup of tea.
Oh. Whew.
Went to a New Mexican restaurant last night. My wife had been to it for a ladies' night out weeks ago, but we took the family last night, and it's pretty good. The mole was different, but good. The salsa was very good. They messed up my queso order, etc. I haven't had a margarita there yet, but I don't know. I have some hopes for him. So
Okay, I don't know what this thing is doing, but I really have to number two. I will not drink anything while I'm doing it, but I do have to. I do have to use the restroom.
All right, excuse yourself.
I'll be right back.
That's not the correct one, apparently. How is that not the correct one? Ah, that's why. Oh, shoot, I did the wrong one. We'll get this down in a minute, folks. I swear it's supposed to be control. All right, well, I guess that didn't work unless it's selected. That's me, but there we go. Oh, that's so great. Hey, at least I got a chance to mess that up. That raw ghost pepper is what screwed up my stomach. They have good flavor, but are intense. Yeah, and I'm not even the biggest on I'm a real picky eater with vegetables. So even the texture, I'm not the biggest fan of. So it's like, if you're gonna cook it in something, maybe we're doing business now. You know what I mean? And even still, I'm like, yeah, but is it gonna make me like, hiccup or upchuck? Is that too much? I can't do it. I can do it. There we go. So I'm just going to have to redo this when it gets back to solo. It's all going to be off center because we have more of a vertical format. Anyway. Oh, this is awesome. Wonder Tech says he probably won't be able to go. I can't wait till he gets back now. Oh. And you know what my first question is going to be? I love the crunch of a fresh pepper. See, that would be the. I had that was another thing about the. I like to get I like to kind of get my staple that I like to get at Mexican restaurants, which is enchiladas. More specifically, the last couple of years I really like mole. It's kind of like chocolate, but not. It's a little spicy sauce, chocolate. It's pretty good. It's really good. It goes together, and they put onions on the top, and I didn't notice till about halfway through the first, enchilada. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I could have done without that. But, like, sauteed onions are okay and stuff. So, yeah, again, I'm real picky. So, but I get why people like it. So, just not my cup of tea. But I do still like spicy stuff. Like, I love hot sauces and stuff. Wings. Huge fan of wings. I like Caribbean jerk. That could get pretty spicy. I like Caribbean jerk stuff. That stuff's good. But, yeah. Oh my God, I got some lineups to set while I'm shooting the breeze. Let's see here. Let's go somewhat in order here. I usually save Dynasty for last because there's less decisions there. First question. First question: did it burn more than after your first client in your previous occupation? There you go. Oh, all right. So here we'll go ZTT League real quick here. Heck, I can't even let you guys in on it. See if we can get the buttons right, Chris. Okay, I'm on OBS, I swear. Oh, no, because that's the correct scene. So actually it would be that, and then it would be Alt. Display 2. Yeah, except that's going to be in the way, dummy. It's okay. Easy fix. Easy fix. Alt. Display 2. 1. Okay. Neither one of them is the correct one. Oh, I did it that way on purpose. No problemo. No problemo. Come on now, buddy. There we go. So. Oh, speaking of Jordan Love. Oh, am I going to have to start him? That's hilarious. I suppose I'll have to eat some crow in this league, or at least in my opinion in quarterbacks in general, because I really waited on quarterback. Well, I mean, I got Tannehill. I thought I'd be all right. Missed on Tannehill. Ended up with Darnold. Felt confident for a few weeks. Now it's just a crapshoot, man. Look, I got Mike White. I don't even know why I did that. I really don't remember why I did that, but I'm going to start Jordan Love against the Chiefs. That's how sad this has become. I'm not proud of it. I also don't have a great record at 3-5. And yeah. Receivers are kind of crappy too. So, do we have any optimum decisions here? Bateman is going to go versus Minnesota. I've got Mooney in versus Pittsburgh right now. I should probably change that. At the time, Bateman was questionable and had been hurt. Gibson is on by. I did pick up Adrian Peterson. I tried to get McNichols because this is a full PPR. Got Jones against Buffalo. Ugh. When did I do that? Okay. We're just all over the map here. Bateman versus Minnesota, you think? Yep. All the other decisions are pretty much made at running back there. Harris, Chubb, Javonte Williams in the flex. All are at noon. Amari. Denver's a good defense, but I don't have many choices here. Cowboys versus Denver. I'm hoping that can turn out to be a turnover or two. And then the Arizona kicker. Fine, fine, fine. On to the Superflex. Checking with chat here real quick. Still on the burning question, if you will. I get it. Burning question. And up here. Superflex, so because I'm missing Rodgers. Gosh, would I rather start Love instead of Justin Fields at Pittsburgh? I think I would. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'd have to drop somebody. Oh, no, I wouldn't. I can move Dawson Knox now. Let's see if Love is available. Superflex, so there's a possibility he's not. I know you're like, why are you targeting Jordan Love? Kansas City is really bad on defense. Yeah, but I think somebody grabbed him. Yep, Bear Force 1 did. I wonder if they're playing him. Ooh, am I? Ooh, Bear Force 1 is 3-5 right there with me, and he's starting both Jordan Love and Big Ben Roethlisberger. He usually has access to Tom Brady. So he's been hurting a quarterback. All right, so that leaves me to my devices. Hey, you back? How's it going there, buddy? So what do you think? You can excuse yourself for the show?
Oh, I don't know, man. I'll be back.
Okay. Oh, dang it, I did it wrong. I'll get it right in a minute, folks. Yeah, a quick update, injury update. Josh is questionable to return. I'm going to change the stream description. Okay, here we go. So, at least Kirk Cousins should be a decent start. I know it's Baltimore, but they're not what they used to be on defense. Not right now. Fields is my only go-to. I mean, is Mike White a thing too in this league, despite it being a... Who's he playing? I don't even know. Apparently I can't spell. He's questionable. Oh, he already played. That's right. That was this past game, I believe. Yeah, week 9. So, duh. Sorry about that. Just, scraping the barrel here. Let's just go to players and look at quarterbacks that are available. Darnold. Trevor Lawrence is out there. I mean, that's pretty bad. Why is it saying Rondale Moore? Okay, I thought I changed that. The quarterback. Jacoby Brissett. Joe Smith is on bye, etc. Cooper Rush is a backup. I'm the one who said something about Colt McCoy. But I don't think that's necessarily a better matchup. And Fields did have a great day last weekend. Maybe I just worry about that defensive matchup that he's going up against. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to ride or die. I mean, again, I'm flipping. Where's my matchup? Oh, let's go back to my team quick. Check back in with you guys. Who do I substitute for Josh? This is hella late notice. I know. It's like I can't think of a good example. It's like a CMC or something. Oh, wait, I missed my current hot sauce has Jolokia ghost pepper, habanero, and 1 million Scoville pepper extract in it. My brother got it for me. Dang. See, I wonder if that's past my limits, but that's what I'd go. I'd like put that on something, like some Mexican food or something, like, and see what I thought there. Because it probably has flavor to it also, with those peppers in it. Who do I substitute for Josh? A hella late notice. I got nothing for you. Jordan Love. Yep, that's all we've got. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think Fields is just my best bet. He goes later, so he should be in the flex, right? Yes. He goes Monday night. Who else? Dawson Knox is out. Again, I could have picked up somebody, moved Knox off the bench there. But I think I'm doing pretty good there. Damian Harris, Dalvin Cook. Zach Moss isn't ideal, but I like him versus Jacksonville more than Gordon versus Dallas. Or Pollard versus Denver. Yeah, I think I do. All right, that's that one. Defense kicker, Carolina kicker, whatever. Just got finished scoring 17 points. Should be all right. Indy already played for me, got 5 points. Sleeper League, friends with benefits. How we doing on chat over here? Who do I substitute for Josh? This is doing good, doing good. I'm not doing too bad here. I'm 5-3. I've got a lot of players I think that have already had their bye, so I feel really good about that. Oh, Mitchell. I didn't update. Oh, I did update him. Game time, I said, for Elijah Mitchell. 49ers. Debo, both of them are expected to play. Good. Let's click on his name here to double check. After Adam Schefter is reporting 49ers running back Elijah Mitchell is expected to play, but uncertain to how long he will be out there. We could see a mix of Mitchell, Jeff Wilson, and Jeff Wilson, if he's active, and Jermichael Hasty. I don't know if I have a bet. I don't have a tight end right now. I'll tell you that much. Firemouth. Yeah, I picked up Firemouth for that sole purpose. Did I not just... Oh, I'm not in my lineup. That's so confusing. I hate the way they do things. Because Knox is on my bench. Herbert at Pittsburgh. McNichols at Rams. That's a good defense. I don't want to play McNichols, newly acquired. I need to drop Mack. I thought I did. Williams. Well, both of them are... Well, he's out with a bye. Mack is out with injury. Defense. Saints versus the Falcons. I think sticking with that so I can hold on to the Saints, and Ridley's out. You know. Mason Crosby is a fine kicker. A little windy, it looks like, at Kansas City. Oh, he's back, folks. He's back, folks.
Stomach was not. seems to have helped. I'm gonna stand up for a little while.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I'm gonna be here in voice only.
Voice and chest
I can
only.
put the camera up, I guess.
Oh,
yeah, it
I
only
guess
goes
so.
up that high. I can.
You got standing
you know
desk though.
Hey, yep, sure do.
You were just remembering. I was like, oh yeah, just because I think it's cool. I'd like to use it. You know, kicker hadn't been that great. See what we got. See what we got here.
Ooh, sitting down, not fun. It doesn't do the stomach good. Wonder Tech, he says, how will we ever find another middle-aged, bald, bearded white guy who loves football to substitute in for Josh? There's two things wrong with that statement. A balding, not completely bald, jerk. You forgot fat in there too. Fat.
There you go. Good point. Oh, he's been consistent. At Philly, though. Yeah.
Dustin Hopkins.
It
sounds a little too much like Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, can you see what I'm doing here?
Yeah. That's okay.
No, it's good. That's why I had it pulled up just for fun. I was like, while you're gone, I'll have a little set lineups. That's all. I'm almost done. Just this kicker.
Yeah, Wonder Tech had a ghost pepper, habanero, and 1 million Scoville pepper extract hot sauce that his brother got him. Which hot sauce is fine. You can control how much hot sauce you put on something. Even that one's like a drop is insane, but still. We got a question here. Joey Perps. He wants to know Landry, Sutton, Debo, or Mecole Hardman PPR. He's got to pick two. He says,
Debo.
Do I gotta start Debo even with the injury? He's been a stud. I feel like
was that
Debo's playing, so you're
about
playing him.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to. There was that stipulation, and I mentioned it 2 or 3 times now with Debo and Mitchell. They don't know how long each player can go, hoping for no setbacks. But gosh, I don't know how you don't start Debo there. And then Sutton was where I was leaning on the other one versus Cowboys. I mean, they probably have to throw to catch up.
Debo and Sutton, yeah, for sure. That's my guess. Although Jarvis Landry against the Steelers is not.
No Beckham, of course.
Yeah. Did we even mention that in the news that like Odell Beckham got cut or they waived him and he's cleared waivers?
I must have skipped over him because it wasn't injury related. My apologies. I touched on it. Did I have the matchup? I don't remember. We touched on the matchup, but by all means, go right ahead. I did not mention that in the news.
It's official now. It wasn't official on Thursday.
He was
when
cut and everything now. He's off the team. And I believe he's going to pass waivers, which means nobody else wanted him, or at least wanted him at that price tag.
What do you think about this, Chris? Joey Perps is also asking about Tyler Higbee, Jared Cook, or Pat Freiermuth. He had Fant, who is out.
How did I miss that?
We talked about it before the stream started. Jeepers creepers. I gotta say I'm kind of leaning Pat Freiermuth on this one. I went Hunter Henry over Freiermuth earlier, but I'm going Freiermuth over. Higbee has been kind of a non-factor with
I literally
Stafford there and
Higbee for Freiermuth or some related move like that. Yeah, I'm going
Freiermuth on that one. He hasn't been scoring a lot, but that's okay.
I think there's a lot of Dawson Knox teams that are starting Freiermuth this week.
Yeah, sure.
I
It sounds like,
I
and
have
it sounds
not
like
sold
Dawson Knox
all
might be
twice.
back next week. So
Oh, I hope so. I was able to pick him up free and clear in a certain league. I don't remember which one.
yeah, you can go F yourself.
Yeah.
It wasn't free, but yeah,
Oh, it wasn't. Okay, my mistake.
$5.
Oh, well, it's definitely not free.
Undertext says, Chris, you forgot to ask the question. To which question is he referring to?
The question, first question, did it burn more than after your last client in your previous occupation? Remember when you referenced your previous occupation?
I said it wasn't Streetwalker.
Maybe he missed that part.
But before that, it was Streetwalker. So, yes, it burned more than when I peed after my previous client. Yes, that was more of a sting. This is more of like a insanity burning. Like, you could. Do you have to do this on camera?
No, I don't. It was more exhilarating when that's what well, not exhilarating. That's the wrong word to use. It was more pertinent when that's what we're talking about.
Absolutely the wrong word. That is the opposite of what.
I'm almost done. Oh.
I think all my lineups are pretty set. Chris, I gotta give you a quick update on all these bets we have going on throughout the season.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not really winning a whole lot of them.
Name some, please.
Well, we have to be determined on this week's Bengals Browns over under. I'm taking you to the cleaners on Mike Davis being a top 30 or running back.
I said he would be.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yep. Cole Kmet is still outscoring.
God, I'm not even counting that crap.
You are winning the Amari versus CD one. There's that. I think I'm winning the Carson Wentz versus Tua one.
You took Tua?
What?
You took Tua?
No, you took Tua.
Oh, surely I'm winning. No, he's been throwing
points per
like
game.
2 touchdowns every week. Yeah.
Points per game.
Yeah, because they're both in and out of lineup, it seems. RWC says, I'm here to tell you
Carson
guys
Wentz played every game.
That Jordan Love is going to give me a heart attack. I'm starting Jordan Love in the ZTT league. That's how bad my quarterback situation is. In a single quarterback league. That's right. 8 teams have a backup quarterback. 8 out of 12? You think I could find somebody, but no. Pretty sure I rage dropped Darnold.
That's a whole different dynamic. If you get six of those 12 teams getting a backup quarterback, just that they're just constantly holding on their roster, you're in trouble.
I thought I was okay after moving from Tannehill to Darnold, honestly.
We've gone over this multiple times.
Yep.
It is exactly 1 point more per game. Carson Wentz versus Tua.
1 point more?
Mm-hmm.
Who have an IR
You took Ryan
violation?
Tannehill. I took Jalen Hurts. You're the idiot there. Fields starting week 1. Won that one too. So you're really just you got
one or two behind.
What's that?
I just have 1 total?
Yeah.
And what were the other ones? The quarterbacks? Hurts and who?
Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, sorry. One more. You are winning the Chase Edmonds versus James Conner one.
Ooh, barely, though, because Connor got a bunch of weeks in a row with touchdowns. His little goal line roll.
Full PPR.
Full PPR is the stipulation of the bet.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay, well, that makes a difference for sure. Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now just to make sure. Not by much. Not by much.
Like I said, he's got like somewhere between 6 or 7 rushing touchdowns. Connor, that is. That's significant.
It might be 8.
Dang.
Might be 8. He has a
Very
lot of them. It's insane. It is 8.
Dang.
Doing
Wow.
nothing to the air. Yeah, he's pretty much tight end. He's pretty much tight end, touchdown dependent though. He's getting carries and everything, and he's getting some yards here and there, but it looks like they kind of have to be winning to really be rolling up James Conner more. That milk really helped. I feel fine
Oh, you
now.
did
I don't
drink
feel
milk?
like I'm mildly
I didn't know you had
hallucinating.
liquid, so you're not going to get invincibility. Well, darn it.
No, I made it almost half an hour.
Yeah. You get like invisibility? Maybe?
Whoa, RWC. What's up, man?
Hold on, I'm almost done here. What did I miss?
RWC says, I'm here to tell you guys that Jordan Love is going to give
Yeah, I
me a
already
heart attack. That says RWC. He's like,
I
I
got
have
that.
Burrow over Wilson. Russell Wilson?
Yeah, Wilson's
You
still
mean
out.
you mean the guy that's on bye week?
Oh, just maybe when I was talking about quarterbacks. Same
Okay.
league, multiple quarterbacks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Wonder Tech says he has Hurts as his backup in the
It's
ZZ.
so obnoxious. Yeah, I've looked. It's so obnoxious. And guess why I haven't sent any trade offers? Because screw you guys. I'm gonna go set my lineup.
I think,
alone.
man, if I was Wonder Tech, I'd be trying to trade Jalen Hurts or something. If that's your backup, there's no reason to
There's
keep
nobody trading
keep
anything
him
in that
around.
league. They're gonna pass the trade deadline here in a week or two. Why would they trade him? They have nothing to gain. Every other team has a quarterback in that league except for me, so I'm the only one that they could hold hostage. I had a deal for Dak. Remember?
Yes.
I told you about it, and he wouldn't go for it.
What was that? Refresh me again.
He started with Chubb, and I went down to Damian Harris or another comparable running back. Yeah, I forget who
Okay.
else. For Dak, basically, straight up. There were some other ancillary moving parts, but basically it was, I don't know, a low-end RB1, high-end RB2 for Dak. I think maybe there was a receiver involved. Anyway, it's not important.
Man,
Can I
I feel so
deactivate
much
him
better
at
now.
IR?
I'm glad I do. That really hurt.
We're glad you
Felt like
made it.
something was in. Well, I felt like something was inside, like trying to knife its way out.
Just like the scene from Alien. It's great.
Yeah. Well, only it was like fire instead of like ripping.
Would you start Jeremy McNichols at the Rams?
Oh.
Or Alan Lazard at the Chiefs with Jordan Love as his quarterback? Cedric Wilson versus the Broncos. Pollard. That's about it.
Jerry McNichols out.
Cedric Wilson.
What were the two
Alan
receiver? What were the two
Cedric
receivers? Alan Lazard and who?
Cedric Wilson.
Interesting.
Denver defense.
What's that?
Denver defense. So he's playing.
I know. But he's more the slot guy than anything else.
You don't think
Kind of.
McNichols gets enough volume?
Is that right? Is that right? You're the
Yeah, he's more or
Cowboys
less a
fan.
slot
Tell
guy.
me, is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's more or less a slot guy. They move around quite a bit, but yeah. Now he was playing with the quarterback that he plays with in practice a lot with Cooper Rush last week. But then again, he had at least one other good week, and he's a good player. But I don't know. Seems like McNichols will get enough volume.
He's better on-field presence than fantasy lineup presence.
Yep. And Lazard has done some things here and there, but again, Jordan Love, I think I'm going to rule that out.
Man, I
Devontae's
don't know. I feel like
back.
I'm kind of going. I feel like I'm going Alan Lazard.
Really? Am I playing you this week? I'm playing you this week. Yeah, I'm definitely not listening to you. I'm going to keep McNichols in.
Wait, is this in Dynasty?
Yep. I forgot.
In that case, play Jeremy McNichols.
I think I will. I don't like Lazard, although it is Kansas City, but still, I don't like Lazard.
I don't like your option
Yeah, right.
this period. I think Jeremy McNichols is just a guy, and he's a journeyman practice squad guy. Like that's what I'm like, okay, like if he was a journeyman like backup, like
No, he's been
Carlos
the
Hyde or
backup.
something, I'd
He's
be
been the
more.
backup in Kansas City for the past couple of years, till Darrington Evans showed up, and even that was never set in stone. That was all preseason, off-season stuff, and then Evans got
No,
hurt.
that was all Darrington Evans getting injured, and now he's the
No, he got
RB2.
injured early, I believe, where we never saw him actually be the backup. He might have been listed as the backup, and we were told he was probably going to be the backup. He's the more talented
Draft
guy,
capital
et
said
cetera,
he
et
was the
cetera.
backup.
Draft capital, et
Blah, blah,
cetera.
blah.
But we never knew. Having said that, I probably believe he'd be the starter if he were healthy. Or I'm sorry,
yeah.
you know what I meant. The backup. You know what I meant. The starter now.
Honestly, I thought that Jeremy McNichols
But they didn't make any moves.
was
It was
a
Will
pretty
Peterson.
good candidate as far as like, like filling in for Derrick Henry, and then I saw that he was a journeyman practice squad running back. I'm like, oh,
For sure. Well, he was with
never
Tampa,
mind.
and didn't last there. Probably within the first season, he got relegated practice squad.
like
maybe the
eighth
maybe the
team. It's his eighth team.
It is not his eighth team, dude. He's only been with 2 teams. Don't just stop that.
Oh, okay. I looked this up the other day, dude.
He was drafted by Tampa Bay and probably cut, I guess, and then Tennessee. When he got to Tennessee, he seemed to mature a little bit and get a backup role.
And with the Bucks, the 49ers, the Colts, Broncos, the Titans, the Bears, the Jags, and now the Titans.
What? Seriously?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is his 7th team in his second stint with the Titans.
The hell? Yeah, I forgot about the
practice
49ers.
squad, practice squad, practice squad, practice squad, practice squad. Journeyman practice squad guy.
I just didn't know there was that many teams. I do remember the Niners as soon as you said that. You said the Bears too? So, okay, so hold on here. Tampa, Tennessee, Bears, Niners. Nope. That's 4.
In order. The Bucks, the 49ers, the Colts, the Broncos, the Titans, the Bears, the Jags, and back with the Titans again.
Yeah, you're counting the Titans twice.
I said 7 teams, and this is his second stint with the Titans. So 7 teams. 7 different teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Counting them. I originally said 8. I was wrong. It's 8. It's 7 teams.
With counting the Titans once. Anyway, I did not know about the Bears and the Jags at all. I did know about the Niners, forgot all about it. There you go. All right, my bad. But all that has happened, but I mean, it also almost makes it sound like he's been in the league 7 years, which he has not, because as you said, he's been on the practice squad.
This is his 5th season.
Yep.
So but I mean, there's been guys that have been, like there's been running backs especially that have just been, kind of kicked around and everything, and find some success here. Usually more of a flash in the pan success than anything than sustained success. But it's can happen. Just saying.
No, I'm not thinking he's like no, don't get me wrong. It's more of a this week thing or a till Peterson gets up to speed. But even still, I worry that, again, what I said earlier, I think this morning, McNichols is probably still the pass receiver and Peterson is the other guy, so it's like it might be just hard to figure out, or maybe McNichols steals some value there because he's the pass catcher, or I mean, it's going to be a bad offense.
Is that a role though? Because like Derrick Henry was rarely getting receptions anyway, so it's not like Derrick Henry was getting
because they play Henry so much
receptions a game.
Let me put it this way: McNichols was the pass receiving guy. It's just Derrick Henry is on the field for 90%. Now that you don't have Derrick Henry, and if you want to look ahead a couple weeks and plug in Peterson in the quote Derrick Henry role, I don't think he's going to be a 90% guy. So you flip that for like a 40, 50, 60%, I'm not sure, would bring up McNichols' targets.
Okay.
Opportunities on the field. But I think the bigger takeaway is A.J. Brown going to be okay? Is he going to be better? I mean, you could take that approach, more targets. But yeah, I don't know if either running back is going to be They're going to be worth what the market says they're worth because they're running backs. Period. That's all. I mean, that's what it is. They're getting picked up. They're
That
I
doesn't
think
mean that they're worth anything, though.
Peterson is a speculative ad. Well, I mean, if you're adding them, it's worth something.
Right. Let someone else spend $17 fab.
Did you bid for either of them? Did you bid for either of them?
Nope.
There you go. I think there's still a value to be had there. I think to claim the value is zero.
$17 worth.
I thought you said you didn't bid.
You bid 17.
Oh, for who? McNichols?
Yes.
I won McNichols in that league?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go. $17. Yes. I think it's worth speculation of $17. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the league that I'm 5-3 in, right?
You know what I would you know how I would file that away as, Chris? Your opinion, and there's nothing
right
as of right now. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Okay, but you think they're both worthless, unstartable, right?
I don't see them having a lot of worth. Let's put it that way.
There you go.
I think the person way here is that Ryan Tannehill needs to. We're gonna really see how good Ryan Tannehill is. And if anyone gets a boost out of this, it's AJ Brown and maybe Julio. Maybe Ferkser finally gets some looks here and there too. Probably not, because I'm assuming he's been blocking a lot. And yeah, I think it's all boots to the pass game, and that doesn't help Jeremy McNichols. That's my opinion.
Right. George Kittle or Dalton Schultz? I know the answer. I'm just curious.
What do you say?
Schultz. I'm not going to trust Kittle this week.
That's my thinking too. Look at that.
After good,
10 minutes of disagreeing, we agreed on something.
Right. I didn't mean to continue to disagree. I just am having trouble maybe putting into words how I feel about their said value. Although I think I said enough.
I don't think there's a lot of value to be had there.
I know, and that's where we differ. I think there is some value to be had.
Just because they're a running back doesn't make them valuable. I mean, Devin Singletary is not very valuable.
A running back getting targets and carries? Yes, it does necessarily make
Carlos Hyde playing for the Jags is not very valuable, even with James Robinson out.
No, I'm sure there's a team out there might need him. There's some value to be had there. It's not a lot, I agree, but yeah.
Okay, there we go. There you go.
Disagree.
You're making it sound like they're.
That's why I'm saying I was having a little trouble.
That last statement was probably the most accurate one you said. I was like, maybe not a lot of that. I'm like, okay, there we go. There's. Yeah, you're making it sound like they're gonna score like 10 to 15 fantasy points a week. I'm like, maybe I'm reading into it too much too. Yep. Maybe a little column A, maybe a little column B, right?
Something like that.
Let's take another quick peek at this CMC situation since we're getting closer to kickoff time.
I got something here. Oh, that was me making a roster move. My starting lineup has several potential issues in it. My pants have have tenacity. I don't know why you didn't just delete that league.
I forgot.
Yeah,
Toby has been playing it here and there.
That's hilarious. I did not know that.
Oh, honestly, okay. I think maybe I might email everyone and maybe we'll get a couple of random people in there next week or something. If everyone still wants to play, I'm like, we're going to do a complete auto draft. And that's what we're going to do. Doesn't matter what time, and let's see how it works out. And that's how it's just going to be every year, auto draft. Hopefully we get some players that want to trade and everything.
I was laughing at WonderTech's previous comment, not at you.
The Panthers signaled McCaffrey would be making his return to action week 9 by activating him, but there's a chance he won't log his typical voluminous snap and touch counts as he eases into after straining his hamstring. And I thought it was
7 minutes ago. This says he's back. What the heck? No context other than the video. 7 minutes ago. NFL literal blue check mark.
That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, this is fun. I want to read this because it's anti Aaron Rodgers. Terry Bradshaw blasted Aaron Rodgers on Fox today.
Well, Wonder Tech, we met through a mutual friend.
I just ignored it. I chuckled at it and then
worked for him at the time. It was just kind of one of those things. We definitely spent some time drinking together and everything. Chris got a nickname, which we will not say on stream, which eventually turned into the Sandman, which then turned into something else. Anyways, and then he moved away. Moved back to where they have a lot of cows, apparently, Texas. Then he moved back, and randomly at a bar, I was like, "Oh, I think that's Chris." And he was standing there talking on the phone, and yeah, we've been together ever since. Even though we're currently having a long distance relationship, it's working out okay.
Yeah.
Working out okay.
It's actually nice having a place to go visit, or vice versa, obviously, because I haven't been back to Iowa City in a couple years now.
Obviously one of those, there's been a pandemic and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Going back to Chris McCaffrey, our old tweet. Game status will be official when inactive announced at 11:30 a.m., but he's warming up now. Sam Darnold, a different tweet, Dan Graziano. Sam Darnold out here warming up for the Panthers. From everything I've been told this morning, it sounds like he will start. Still haven't seen Christian McCaffrey, whose game status remains unknown, and active's due in 22 minutes. That's an hour ago.
It sounds like we'll know everything, and Wonder Tech says that's adorable. Well, we've like any relationship, we have our ups and downs. Some of them are on camera, some of them are not. Chris's wife gets in the way every once in a while.
Yeah, right.
It sounds like he's gonna play.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, that is. It really sounds like he's gonna trip.
Yeah. Sounds like we'll know for sure here in a second, but I'm leaning the same way. Yes, correct. Not that I'm playing. Well, I think you know what I meant.
All right, now, hey, ZC, how's it going, man? Now, are you talking about Chris and his wife? Because I don't think we have ever had her on camera.
No.
Had Lizzie real quick one time. Not the toddler.
I mean, they just look like a couple. How could I think he was talking about us? Ups and downs. I see what you did there.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but okay.
I love it when I make it. I feel like I've made a pun before and not even realized it.
Hurts versus Mahomes. Jesus.
Used to not have to ask that. Where'd you get that one from? Oh, you just got it sooner than I did. Kansas City versus
Green Bay.
Packers, right?
Okay, here's my take. Do you want
sure
to
I get home with 4 stars or 5 stars? What were we saying?
Do you want to play Mahomes in the sense that with Jordan Love being the quarterback, maybe he doesn't keep Green Bay in the game and the Chiefs just go bananas?
Yeah, but I think if they go ahead. Sorry.
Or you can play Hurts in a game where they could easily be in the mix or even behind the Chargers throughout the entire game.
Didn't the Chargers get just beat down the other day? Scored single digits.
That was 2-3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. I don't know, man. I think, assuming even that you are right, that the Chiefs are up a lot on the Packers, I think it'll be on the arm of Mahomes. And yeah, you could miss the last half of the fourth quarter, or maybe even the entire fourth quarter, but he probably would have already thrown 3 or 4 scores. And Hurts is a top 5 QB, though. I mean,
it's Good
That's
point.
not, it's not an easy call.
I'm going Hurts. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to go Hurts.
I'm going Mahomes.
Oh, would you like to throw that on the board there too, Chris?
For 1 week?
Yeah.
Sure.
Try and play catch up on all these bets that you're lagging behind on.
You mean dig my grave further? No.
Overall points, right?
I gave him 4.5 stars, not 5.
Who's that?
Mahomes.
I give Hurts 5 stars, I think. Mahomes.
5 stars
Hurts.
for Hill. 4.5 for Mahomes. That's what
On the board.
Really, you can't go wrong with either one. You could trade one to me in that league, and I could start him this week. What if you also have Kelsey on your team? I mean, if you are one that if you're the one that believes, you know, well, I think we all believe they're going to be good quarterbacks this week. So Kelsey should be a part of that. Is all I'm saying. And Hill has actually been pretty decent during their struggles the past couple of weeks, if not flat out good. But both Mahomes and Kelsey have been pretty bad the past 2 weeks. But I think that turns around. So, yeah, I already said Mahomes, so I stay with Mahomes. Even if you have Kelsey on your team. I mean, he's literally their offense. Yeah, see, that's the thing. And these last couple of weeks do scare me a little. But
Mahomes was outscored by Jalen Hurts by 0.1 points.
Wow, close.
And Mahomes was the QB5 on the week. So it's not like he was that bad.
Oh, last week? Mahomes?
You know?
He was QB5?
Last week.
Oh, maybe I was referring to... That doesn't sound right.
Oh, okay. So we got a question. He says, "Sup, boy?" This is Daniel Pierce here, chiming in. He says, "With CMC back, do I play him over Jacobs? Can you play both of them?" Is my question to you, because I would play both of them. I really like I like Josh Jacobs a lot this week. It's a good matchup for him. Did I lose you?
No, I'm looking at this Mahomes thing. I did say hi to Daniel, and then I was letting you finish here. Did you finish?
Right on. Yeah, well, kind of. I was like, sorry, the video, the stream video is behind ours, so I was just like, I can't hear you.
No problem. CMC back. Do I play him over Jacobs? I feel like they've been cautious enough with CMC. If he goes today, and again, we should know in 10, 20 minutes.
We should know like now.
Like now, actually. I think you play him. And when we have seen CMC come back, he's usually 100% and he usually plays very well. Jacobs have a nice matchup then.
Against
that would be the only thing. The
Giants.
I don't know. I think with Kenyon Drake probably still getting work, I go McCaffrey.
No.
Some work.
Moose on the loose. What's up, Moose? If you can't play both, I would say go CMC, but man, it's a flip a coin.
I'm just reading some last minute updates. Nothing helpful yet.
Nothing updated yet, as I can tell.
Mahomes scoring 15 points last week. That made him the quarterback what?
15. I said what? No, I said
23.15.
Where did you get 15 from? I said that Jalen Hurts scored 0.1 more points than him. Yes. In your face.
Because I did Mahomes this last matchup, so I was concerned I got something wrong. I didn't. Anyway. Did I finish over here?
Okay, so here Daniel says he's has CMC, Jacobs, and Henderson. It's Daryl Henderson, and not Harry in the Hendersons.
Perry.
So yes, he can play all three, but he's also got AJ Brown, guy I really like, Brendan Cooks, and Deontay Johnson. Oh God.
Okay, Brown is fine.
Big Cooks or
now.
Deontay for.
Oh God, Henderson too. Yeah, I want to play Henderson.
Yeah, I know.
So it comes down to Jacobs or Deontay? Or Cooks?
I think it comes down to Cooks or Deontay.
So still, Jacobs is still out for you. CMC, Henderson, and the 3 receivers.
No.
Did I miss the...
All 3 running backs. A.J. Brown. And then either Cooks or Deontay Johnson.
Take one to take out. Gotcha. Of the 3 receivers. Deontay. Yeah,
against the Bears.
I think I'd take Cooks out. It's Deontay versus Bears, and it's
Miami,
Cooks versus Dolphins. Cooks had a couple.
This is quite the conundrum. I don't like Daniel Pierce. I do, but I don't.
I think I'm playing Deontay over Cooks in that question.
That's kind of what I'm leaning to. I'm looking at the Miami defense right now to see if there's any key players out.
Tyrod, but Cooks does get back Tyrod, but this is the first week back for Tyrod. That is.
Heard.
I forgot about that. I'm still probably going Deontay. That's a lot of volume.
Me too.
Deontay gets.
Yep. That final decision.
3 running
all
backs.
3 running backs. AJ Brown and Deontay Johnson. Thank you.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Miami's defense is pretty much at full strength too. No injuries.
Okay. With the corners back or that
both of them.
I was going to say
Xavier Howard and Byron Jones.
Gotcha.
They've both been out at times. Jason McCourty's still out, I guess. But yeah, okay.
All we need is kind of an answer on Mr. CMC here.
Yeah. Yeah, jerks.
All right. Go here and
As
search
like the
for
entire internet is just like scouring. Like, is CMC gonna play? Or this reminds me of back when I used to be a cook and I'd have to work every Sunday morning. Like I would usually around like 11, it's somewhere between 11 and 11:30. I would excuse myself to go to the bathroom, and I would set all my fantasy lineups. That usually coincided with needing to use the restroom anyways, but you know. And then like one time, this is back in the heyday of Jimmy Graham, like at his peak, being peak Jimmy Grahamness, back when he was with Drew Brees and the Saints. Oh, yeah. And they're like, "Oh, Jimmy Graham like injured himself in practice. He may not be able to play." I'm like, "Oh no!" And I'm sitting there like flipping eggs Sunday morning, like constantly refreshing my phone, right up until like the last like 2 minutes, and then I got super busy and I forgot, and I came and I had left Jimmy Graham in my lineup, and then all of a sudden it was 12:01, and I'm like, and I looked and I'm like, "Oh, he's playing. Okay, cool." Woo! My boss is like sitting there like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Making sure my fantasy line okay." He's like, "Quit screwing around and get back to the eggs." I'm like, "I'm sorry, just hold on, it's important."
I bet those eggs turned out beautiful, didn't they? So screw you, boss man.
I was the egg wizard.
There you go. That's right. That's what I'm saying. You had the lead job. That's what the lead job is in a breakfast place. Got to get those eggs right.
Yeah, Daniel Pierce says, "Thanks, guys." So AJ, even with the no practice the other day and Julio back, yes, because like we discussed earlier, and maybe Dan Pierce here, he missed it, but like I really think that AJ Brown and Julio are going to be the most the biggest beneficiaries of Derrick Henry being out. They're just going to.
I don't think there's a running back alive you can turn to run their offense the way they were running it with Derrick Henry. Therefore, something's got to give.
Najee Harris.
Yeah, better receiver than Henry, not as big, and won't. I mean, he's got the volume right now.
He's close. He's close in size.
He's got the volume.
AJ Dillon
volume too.
AJ Dillon.
Yeah, I think the answer is no to both of those still, Josh. But that first one was pretty good. Najee, not bad. Same school, both big backs. Najee's a better receiver. Obviously, Najee's young, so it's like the wear on the tires isn't as applicable
right there.
with Mr. Henry.
What was it like? Didn't Derrick Henry have like, oh, man, wasn't it over like 300 touches in high school too? Like in
Well, the
his
thing
like
is, you
junior
start
and
having,
senior year.
and it's always lower body with these big dudes, man. It's a lot of weight on those ankles and those knees. But hey, I was wrong. I'm not trying to backpedal and be like, see, told you. Up to this point, I was like, man, I'm at least this first half of this year, I was like, I was wrong. I don't see it ending anytime soon. And then what do you know?
Let's rewind back to ZC here. He says he's considering starting David Montgomery. What do you guys think the odds of him coming off the IR? They say there's a good chance he's going to be activated. Everything from what I've heard and read is that he is gonna play this week.
Versus the Steelers, though.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're gonna need a backup of some sort. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna need your Khalil Herbert or
I just say I would only feel comfortable if I've got Herbert, I guess. But
who's the Sunday night game again? Isn't it the Cardinals at the 49ers?
I've got Titans at Rams and then Bears at Steelers. Sunday, then Monday. Correct?
Oh, okay. So if you can pick up your like an Adrian Peterson maybe to be Montgomery's backup, just in case.
Because you'll know before then. Why did we not update Montgomery? I guess because I thought he was out.
No, I said it during the matchup that I did after eating my chip.
Gotcha. While I was laughing.
It really wasn't that bad. It was like all of it, but and I thought it was better, and then it just started feeling like a hot knife was trying to cut its way out of my belly. I'm like, I gotta drink some milk, and it helped. Other than that, it was more or less okay. It was a little rough at first, got a little hiccups.
I did look this up on McCaffrey.
I would never do it again.
Player page. Dan, I don't know who was it. Sorry. RotoWire listed as active. We knew that. Blah blah.
It's like the same thing. Like everyone just keeps saying.
Well, this
like,
one says a pitch count is expected to be limited to a pitch count 30 to 40 snaps.
Snap count.
Whatever. It says quote. So I read it like it says.
I'm not correcting you. I'm correcting them.
The volume. Yeah. Rough week, guys. What can I say? I guess he's going to play and be limited.
What if Kyler plays, but
like
DeAndre Hopkins doesn't?
I feel like maybe not this year. Did McCaffrey play well as soon as he got back? That was last year.
And
what was your question, Josh? Sorry.
What if Kyler plays, but DeAndre Hopkins doesn't? Christian Kirk, sign me up.
Yeah, I like the speculation for sure.
No AJ Brown or AJ Green.
Oh, also AJ Green out.
Yeah, he's out. I think he has COVID.
Rondale Moore, but he's not as big of a crapshoot as Christian Kirk, quite frankly.
Think
when they're healthy, when Hopkins and AJ Green are in, they've been spread around a lot, and obviously Hopkins isn't what he used to be, or doesn't get the volume he used to. I'll put it that way. So that's my best update on Mr. McCaffrey. Is just guess he's gonna play. Sounds so convincing.
We think so.
Yeah.
I'm starting CMC regardless because I am really low on options. I'm desperately low on options.
Yeah,
so I'm glad he's playing. I'm kind of glad that I don't have the options that Mr. Daniel Pierce has. That would be rough. I'd be mad about that. Just the ambiguity. What am I drunk?
Ambiguity.
The ambiguity, yes, of his status and even the amount he will play.
Agreed.
That's why I was kind of hoping that Chuba Hubbard was going to be just bad enough that they were going to be like, "Yep, CMC's back. Let's just roll him out."
Yeah. Hey, Hubbard wasn't that great, but the combination.
He also
of Hubbard
He also wasn't Mike Davis either.
No, absolutely. He's got some juice for sure. But the combination of him and Amir Abdullah, if memory recalls, was pretty darn good last week.
Yeah, and Amir Abdullah was
whatever.
Weirdly he's weirdly Amir Abdullah. Let's put it that way.
Right. Well, he's been around. He's a vet. He knows what he is. He's a special teamer for the most part. Third or fourth on the depth chart.
That's his role though. But hey, man, you know what? Like,
you
if
got
I
a
was a
little
running
playing time.
back, it's like, dude, seriously, if I was a running back and I was like RB3 on an NFL team, but I was like the punt and kick returner, and I was, you make like maybe $1 million a year. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Get an 8 to 10 year career out of it too. Oh yes, give me. Yeah.
How about a backup quarterback? Barely ever have to play. A kicker,
Get
a
a
punter,
12, 14
a
year
snapper,
career out of it.
a holder. Well, I guess there's not a holder. Holder's usually your punter, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. Long snapper.
Yeah, the long snapper.
Sign
Dude.
me up. This reminds me of one of my favorite Daniel Tosh bits. I'll just cut to the chase. It's basically a reference to Brett Favre, how people are upset that he keeps playing, and he's like, "Are you kidding me? How much does he make? 18 million? Sign me up. What do I do after that? Backup quarterback. How much does that pay? 7-8 mil? Pfft, yep, I'll play till I end." The joke ends with
I'll play until you tell me I can't play anymore.
Exactly, and the joke ends with like a 70-year-old fielding punts, and he's like, "Oh," and he explodes on the field, and he dies with honor like they wanted to. I hope I did an okay job there, but love that bit by him. Oh my gosh. I hope I did it.
Well, I'm sure there's a fair amount of profanity in there too.
Yeah, that's the other thing. For time and for profanity's sake, I had to. Oh, anyway. Well, what do you think? Call it a stream? Maybe.
Yeah,
Looks like we're not going to get anything on CMC, so I think we've done what we can.
Not any like definite clarity.
I don't know. I mean, it's a 3:30 game, right, or whatever.
No, it's starting in like minutes.
Yeah, he must be in. The only thing I could get is just searching for him.
I think it's like 58 degrees. It's supposed to be like 65 today. I'm gonna go walk and grab some ice cream. That'll make my belly feel good. Yeah,
I like the plan. It's going to be a beautiful day today again. Man, it was nice yesterday. I'll be out in the yard.
You know what I did yesterday? I sat in a movie theater, and then by the time I got home, it was almost dark.
Well, what are you gonna do? At least you had a good time with your dad.
My dad can't move around that well,
Exactly.
so I have to do indoor things with him.
Plan your activities accordingly, of course. That's important.
OBJ wants to join a postseason contender. Yeah, so does everyone else. These stupid articles.
CMC is active today, says RWC. Yeah. I feel like the 2 or 3 sources I was going to were just wishy-washy about it. But thank you for saying so.
Yeah, well, I mean, it all sounded like he was active today, but it's just like, well,
And
you
then
might
that
be on
pitch
a
count comment.
pitch
yeah.
count.
That's not what I've seen in the past from CNC. And like you said, most folks are probably going to have to start him if he's active anyway.
I certainly have
that.
to. So
Yeah.
with Chris Carson out and someone else on bye,
And how mad would you be if you didn't start him and he went off? I just remind myself to look at it that way too. Not only, but look at it that way too.
Honestly, I've made that argument to myself so many times, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm starting him, and then
Still hurts.
and
you,
then
still burns
and I
you.
do, and they get barely any work, and I'm just like, it's so hard to know.
It is. That's probably the biggest point. Tune in to the show.
All right,
Read your
let's
Twitter
call
updates.
it. It looks like a pretty nice day out there, and I got some stuff I would do outside. I wish
Let's do it.
football was one of them. Like watching football outside would be nice, but yeah,
I could listen.
I mean,
a little bit.
it's the beginning of November in Iowa, and it's going to be 65. I'm gonna not look a gift horse in the mouth here.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Until next week, folks. Of course, tune in every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central for your amazing fantasy morning stream coffee with Josh and Chris. Maybe Josh eats weird things, maybe not. And of course,
We're gonna
our
have
typical
snails next week.
And of course, our typical weekly show
They're
released
delicious.
on Fridays for your matchups. A little quick look ahead. Probably got another week before this becomes a thing, but we'll be taking a little time off probably for Thanksgiving. We'll give you more specifics this coming week about what that couple of weeks is going to look like. I've got some traveling to do. Otherwise, have a great
Chris
day.
is going for driving.
Yeah, right. Otherwise, have a great day. Have an amazing day.
That was a legit question, but all right.
Well, I'm sorry, barely heard it.
Bye,
What'd you say?
everyone.
Bye, everyone.